Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick little video to show you some of the key features of Big Contacts and how I use it to help me manage my business. I think I've gone over some of this previously, but this is what I look at. I click on my calendar each day to see what I need to do that day. The tasks that are in red are overdue. You can see that I've had them on here for up until yesterday. The tasks in green are new tasks today, and then tasks in black are pending tasks for sometime down the road. So let's just look at Marge Casper Bauer. So I have a task to follow up with a customer. So I can click on Marge's name and see what I've done in the past over here. I can see all of the history that I've had with Marge and when I've had it. So she's ordered, she's canceled her order, she was going to start again in the summertime. I just wanted to follow up with her at some point down the road and see if she was still interested in starting over. Well, let's just say I wanted to send her an email. So I would click on her email address right here, and I would click this down arrow right here under templates. And when you have your conversation with Bob Hammond at Big Contacts, he's going to load your system with all of my emails and all of my templates. So here you can see all of the different pre-written emails that I have, and I've tried to organize them according to type of contact. So ambassador, customer, and I put those in numbered format so that I can send them in order, as the computer tells me to. How to switch from being a customer to an ambassador, inactive customers, maybe some information about why Plexus didn't work for them. Maybe they didn't give it enough time, and let me assure you that does happen. And also potential customers and potential ambassadors, things that I've sent out to various people. So for Marge, she was a customer. She didn't take the product. She got her money back and she wanted to start again in the summer. Well, summer is over. So let's just check in with her and send her maybe a testimonial and a picture to encourage her to come back. So I'm going to click on that. Now we're in the body of the email, and as you can see, you don't get to see very much of it. So one thing you can do is click these arrows here, and that'll open up to your whole email. So this would be a typical email that I would send to somebody, and I'm not going to send it to Marge because it's not exactly what I'm looking for. But this is talking about Karen and her success with Plexus, and it shows that there's a picture. Okay, now one thing that you need to do is get a hold of my pictures. So I probably need to go through and add the pictures that I use a lot with these email templates to our team page, but a lot of them are already there. So knowing that this email requires a picture, I'm going to click on Browse and go into my Plexus folder. You have to stay organized or else you're going to be looking for stuff for hours. And I'm going to go down here to Plexus Before and Afters. You can call it whatever you want. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to look for one that I've named Karen. Okay. So you can see I've given a lot of them a name and some of them not a name. So there's Karen. So I'm going to attach this picture to the email. And there it is. Okay. So this is an email that's all ready to go. This indicates that it will fill in with Marge's name, with her first name. So it'll say, "Hi Marge, are you still on the fence about trying Plexus? Blah, blah, blah." Okay. And then it's got my signature block, which is something that you can set up under admin over here. So I'm just going to save that as a draft for now. But what I would do is I would just hit send and off it would go to Marge. And then, I can click out of this. Then I can check off the pending tasks that I had for August 23rd that says follow up with a customer. So I could check that off. I'm going to do something different with March, so I'm going to leave that there for now. But once I'm done with each person, and you can fly through these pretty quick, And you don't have to use email to follow up with somebody. You can get in touch with them over Facebook. You can call them on the phone. You can text them. Whatever works for you and for them is how you're going to reach them. But let's just say, let's go back to Marge and say that I didn't send her an email, but that I wanted to, say I ran into her at the grocery store. I can click Action Items, Add History, and it can say, had conversation, I have to spell it right, at Kroger about trying X Factor, okay? And I can put more details in the body of it, but I just try to keep it real simple. And I'd select the history type, and that was action. But say I had a conversation with her over Facebook or phone call or text message, I can choose one of those as well. So I'm going to click action. I'm going to add that to the history. That way I can remember, oh yeah, next time it tells me to follow up with Marge, I can go down here and see the last action I had with her. Oh yeah, she was going to try X Factor. So I might follow up with her about an email or a testimonial about X Factor. Okay, well that didn't really happen, so I'm just going to delete that. Okay, now another thing is, say I ran into Marge at the grocery store and I promised her a sample of X Factor. So I don't want to forget that, but I don't like to piecemeal my work. I like to do everything all of my tasks bundled together. So I do my follow-ups, I do my phone calls, I do all my mailings all at one time. So I don't want to run into my laundry room and put together a sample for Marge right this second, but I don't want to forget about doing it either. So I'm going to assign a task that says give her a sample of X Factor. Now I can tell it, I don't usually fill in all this. Again, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I don't even know, I've never even filled that in. But you pick a due date, and I can pick it for today, or let's say I do my mailings on Friday. I'm going to pick it for Friday, okay? And I'm going to assign that task to myself. So now when I go to my calendar and I look at Friday, which is the 28th, it's going to tell me, Marge Kasperbauer, give her a sample of X Factor. Tomorrow, all of these tasks will be in green, and these will be in red. Okay, and I like to stay on top of my tasks. This is a short list. Sometimes it's a mile long, which is really exciting because that means I have a lot of work to do. This only shows these tasks in black are anything that I have entered that are not part of the automated system. So just to show you a little bit about the automated system, I'm going to go into marketing. I think that's where I go. Autopilot, okay? So you can see when somebody becomes an ambassador lead of mine, each day going out 330 days, not each day, but on each of these days going out 330 days, there will be a task that hits me on my calendar for me to do these things with them until either they tell me to leave them alone, or they join my team, or they become some other entity, like they might become a customer before they become an ambassador. If I have somebody that I notice has stopped ordering from me, I will make them and I will delete their status as a customer and change it to inactive customer, and then I can follow up with them. You know, I'm not going to bug them, but I'm going to just give them some information about why it didn't work for them. And I'll also add my 2 cents. If I think that they didn't try it for long enough, or if I think they didn't take the products correctly, I will let them know. And then it just hits me after 2 weeks to evaluate their status, after a month to evaluate their status, and then I close them out after 2 months. And they usually, a lot of times, they come back to me. So new ambassadors have all of these tasks that hit me up until about 9 months in. I think that's 9 months. And then for my new ambassadors that are not my level ones, I have these tasks. New customers, potential customers, and so on. Okay, where's the new ambassadors? Oh, there's new ambassadors. Okay, so let's see. It's real. Oh, say I have, like today, I met somebody when I was getting my pedicure. Say she was interested in Plexus. We actually did talk about it, and she said that her sister, who is a health guru, takes Plexus, and she has her husband on it because he has some health issues. Well, say I promised her a sample, but I only know a little bit about her. I would put whatever I knew, even if it was just a first name, Sally. Okay, even if that's all I knew. Usually I know a little bit more. Let's call her Sally Smith. Because if I've met her or I've met her on Facebook, then I know her first and last name. Okay, so now I have Sally successfully created in as a contact. Now, of course, there's not a whole lot of information there about her. So that's something that I can do later by just editing the contact information. But say I met Sally today at the getting my toes done, and she wanted a sample. I would add an opportunity for her to become a customer. You just type 1 in quantity, add product, and I would pick the sales stage that I'm going to start with her. She's a potential customer and she wants a sample. And I'm going to create that opportunity. Now, that opportunity shows up right here under sales opportunity. Nothing happens until tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow is considered day 1 in the sales cycle. Tomorrow there will be a task that says, give Sally Smith a sample. So I will keep that task open until I've given her a sample, which is why some of these people still have outdated, like Kathy Grimes. Her son told me that she was interested over a Facebook message, and he said he would give her my number. She's not on Facebook, but I know her name is Kathy Grimes. So I am waiting to hear from her. And I'm not going to let this go until I have heard with her. And the only way I can get in touch with her myself is through her son. So I'm periodically pestering him to either put me in contact with her or give me some information so I can reach out to her. Okay. So if I click up here in this box to find Sally Smith, who I met at the nail salon today, it's going to show me the last about 10 people that I've looked at, okay? So Sally Smith is right there. She's the last one that I looked at, and I can click on her. Now, she's a potential customer, and she wants a sample. Well, say I've talked to her again, and she wants to become a customer. I can delete this opportunity, and I can add a new opportunity, and you always have to do this. You always just put quantity 1, add product, and then change her to a new customer, create the opportunity. Now, a whole new set of contacts will hit you in your calendar as the days go on for Sally Smith. And that way, you don't have to remember, where did I leave it with Sally Smith? It's all right here at the touch of your fingertips. So that's all I want to go over today, just another lesson on big contacts and how wonderful it is and how much it helps me with my business. I've been on the leaderboard every month since I started Plexus, and I completely attribute that to this program. So I hope you guys are signing up. I hope you'll have your one-on-one with Bob Hammond ASAP, and then we will talk more about how you can use it to your maximum benefit with Plexus. All right, see ya. How do I turn this off?